Okay, I'm going to tell you how to sell more Medicare insurance, Medicare Advantage specifically, just by changing your training, if you will, on how do you understand these products. And this is in the contrasting the HMO and the PPO. Now, this is a big deal. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to start this by telling you there is a big difference between these plans. And it's not just how much what your copay is and whether it's $1,000 more out of pocket or your food card, you get the food card with one and not the other. And I'm going to demonstrate this or give you a story of a client of mine. It was a woman. She was a Medicare client, also a friend. And she had an illness that was killing her. It was one of those things that it was like an autoimmune thing or something odd that they could not diagnose. So what happened was she kept seeing more doctors. She had an HMO, she had a PPO at the time, and she was able to go to all the doctors she wanted to go to. She eventually went to Asheville, North Carolina, saw a doctor that discovered that she had some sort of bacteria in the roots of her teeth that were poisoning her blood, which was killing her. Okay, so she had, and what they did was, I'm not sure what the procedures were to fix that. I don't know if they had to pull teeth or just scale her roots. But I know she lived years after that, for years. She has passed away since then. But she saved her life. Now, if she had an HMO and she had to pay for all those visits, she would have died. So before you go thinking that the HMO is better because because the copay might be a little better, or you might save $1,000 or $2,000 or even $3,000 here or there, then I would think again. And one of the reasons I bring this up is that there's a lot of self-righteous people out there that think they know everything, but you have to put perspective into play here. And all these plans are generally, by the way, with Medicare Advantage plans, it's not the norm where somebody reaches their max out of pocket anyhow. And a lot of these people are only visiting the doctor a couple times a year. And also I do understand in your area, the HMO may be significantly better. And that is a reason to be in the HMO. I do give you that. But too many agents here's what they say. Well, everybody's got a good plan. It's like, people are just settled in with their plans. Well, no, you are just not selling. You're just not selling enough. Tell them the story, okay? And by the way, there's several other stories to this. Number one, people look at insurance on first dollar coverage. It's not about first dollar coverage. This is another area where agents just don't understand insurance often. And by the way, it's I do say some self-righteous agents because there are some that are indignant about what they think. And by the way, you can think that about me, but they're indignant about what they think, and that what they think is better than, it's just that they're smarter than everybody else. Therefore, everybody else is stupid, or everybody else is a sleazy agent because they don't conform to that person's interpretation of how the world should work, especially the world of Medicare sales. Okay, I was going a little broad there, but I hope the point was made. The insurance is not about first dollar coverage. It's not about your copay. It's not about the food card. I get it. That's what people buy. And but you need to be better than that. You need to be better than that. And here's the thing, a lot of these agents, a lot of these weak agents always go to the very best plan. That may be okay. And you may do that, and I'm not saying that's wrong. They may go to the plan that provides the best benefits, and usually that is an HMO. And when I say the best benefits, it's usually those other benefits, the additional supplemental benefits. Look, tell the story to your clients. These people are older. They remember. And here's, okay, so the second story was about first dollar coverage, okay? The third story about this is, historically, nobody ever wanted an HMO. The consumer's been conditioned to accept it, and you as an agent are the perpetrator of the crime. You're the perpetrator of the crime, selling them the HMO and taking away their freedom of choice. You know, it's true. This is fact. That's gonna get me some, hey, make comments. I'm happy to get them. And I don't care what kind they are. You may disagree with me. That's good. But the thing is to think. Now, here's the kicker for the agent that is trying to sell more insurance. You can keep telling this story. Okay, here's the third story. I got to drill down on this a little bit more. Back in around the end of the 80s into the 90s, the HMO they were trying to market across America. And one of the first ones that ever existed was Kaiser Permanente, okay? And by the way, I was selling insurance then, so I know this, okay? And Kaiser Permanente came out with this HMO, and it was soundly rejected. Soundly rejected. Nobody wanted an HMO because they had major medical. Everybody had major medical back then. Nobody has a major medical now. Nobody has a major medical unless it's some private thing. I imagine, never say never, but I don't think anybody has an HMO in America. Not an HMO, a major medical plan in America any longer. But nobody wanted that HMO. Nobody would accept it. So they came out with the PPO. The PPO was the compromise, and the PPO took off. Thus, they began transitioning people from major medical to the PPO, and now they're completing their objective of getting them on the HMO, managed care. And again, you are facilitating the strategy, the long-term plan. You are the person that's preventing them from seeing all the specialists to save their life. Oh, that's funny, isn't it? Now, again, for the new agent, again, I'll go back. I go on a lot of tangents. I'll go back to the kicker. For the new agent, go in there and take that business from those tired old agents, those lazy agents that just go with the HMO. Always go with the HMO. It may be better in some cases. And some people, you can't sell stupid. They just won't listen. That'll get me in trouble too. But you, as a new agent, or an agent that's saying, just an agent that has been experiencing difficulty, you need to stop being a weak agent, and you need to tell this story to the client. What if you're sick? What if your back really hurts and your doctor says, no, you can't see an additional specialist. You're done, you stay where you are, take these pills and shut your mouth, right? Take these pills and shut up, you know? And that person just lives with the pain. What if their stomach hurts? What if they have they have blood poisoning or an autoimmune disorder? Yeah, so you may not think that they may want to go somewhere else, but there's a lot of conformity in the medical establishment, but people need hope. They need hope to be able to go somewhere else. And I think I made my point. And I believe that I'm correct in the points that I'm making. And for the agent that needs to sell more insurance, stop being a weak agent. Don't say everybody has a plan that they seem to be content with, because they got HMOs. And HMOs are a second-class product inherently. And so they're the third-class product. Before somebody says it, yes, you can get an HMO POS. Wonderful. There's a solution potentially. But the best product is the Medicare supplement. But if you're going to go Medicare Advantage, and there you go, this is where people are self-righteous. They'll say, oh, only Medicare supplements. I only sell them. No, well, yes, you only sell them, but just shut up. Just shut up. More people are buying Medicare Advantage nowadays than Medicare supplements, and people are getting poorer and poorer. So now we go to the Medicare Advantage. So I'm going to say the first class product is the Medicare supplement, then the Medicare Advantage PPO, right? And then the last